Are you dreaming to be an IAS officer? Then follow your dreams. Dreams do come true. This is Kajol Jadhav and I am here to explain daily current affairs for UPSC Civil Services exam. The government is being accused for delaying the winter parliament session. The Constitution of India required Parliament to be summoned twice in a year with a gap of no more than 6 months between its sessions. How actually should Parliament sessions be held? Why is a Parliament session important? Should Parliament always meet at specified times? What did Article 85 of Indian Constitution specify? How did it come about? Is there a requirement for a minimum number of sitting days in a year? How do other countries manage holding sessions of their parliaments? GS Paper 2, Indian Constitution, Historical Underpinnings, Evolution, Features, Amendments, Significant Provisions and Basic Structure. In this video, you can find detailed answers for all the above questions. The above article has been retrieved from the Indian Express newspaper dated November 25, 2017. What is the context about? The Congress has accused the government for delaying the winter session without justification and asked the President to stop this unhealthy precedent. It was reported that this year's winter session is likely to be held from December 15th to January 5th, 2018, much later than usual. The Congress has, on the other hand, alleged that the government is avoiding Parliament. How actually should Parliament sessions be held? By convention, Parliament meets for 3 sessions in a year. The longest, the budget session, is held towards the beginning of the year. A 3-week monsoon session follows from July to August, and then there is the winter session, also 3 weeks long, in November to December. Why is a Parliament session important? Lawmaking is dependent on when Parliament meets. Also, a thorough scrutiny of the government's functioning and deliberation on the national issues can only take place when the 2 houses are in session. Predictability in the functioning of Parliament is key to a well-functioning democracy. Should Parliament always meet at specified times? The Constitution does not specify when or for how many days Parliament should meet. Article 85 only requires that there should not be a gap of more than 6 months between 2 sessions of Parliament. This year, the monsoon session ended on August 11, 2017. So, the next session can be convened at any time until February 2018. Article 85 says the President can summon a session of Parliament at such time and place as he thinks fit. Thus, a session can be called on the recommendation of the government, which decides its date and duration. What did Article 85 of Indian Constitution specify? How did it come about? The Government of India Act 1935 contained a provision relating to the summoning of the legislature in India. It specified that the central legislature had to be summoned to meet at least once a year, and that not more than 12 months could elapse between 2 sessions. The drafting committee of our Constitution improved upon this provision to craft Article 85. The constitution that came into force in 1950 required Parliament to be summoned twice in a year, with a gap of no more than 6 months between its sessions. The First Amendment changed this in 1951, and Article 85 got its present form. Is there a requirement for a minimum number of sitting days in a year? No, there is no minimum number of days that Parliament is required to meet in a year. In fact, the number of days that Parliament meets has reduced over the years. During the first 2 decades of Parliament, Lok Sabha met for an average of little more than 120 days a year. This has come down to approximately 70 days in the last decade. This year, Parliament has met for 48 days. How do other countries manage holding sessions of their parliaments? In countries such as United States, the United Kingdom and Canada, parliaments are in session throughout the year. At the beginning of the year, a calendar of sitting days is formalized and legislative, and other businesses are programmed in. On average, the sitting days of these legislatures range between 100 days, as with the US Congress, to 150 with the British Parliament days in a year.